Hi, it's Naomi from Craft Buddy, and I'm here today to show you a beautiful new card kit called Celebration Cakes. It's a lovely decoupage card kit with lots of really big statement cards for those special occasions for your family and friends and all those special people in your life. So I'm going to take you through an unboxing first and show you everything you get in the kit. So when you open your box, the first thing you'll find is a lovely contents of what's included in the kit. It has everything included that you're going to need to get you started. So you've got your envelopes and all of the bits and pieces to make your card. You've even got some sticky pads in there as well. And then you've got some examples of things you can do with the kit on the back to get you going and get your inspiration flowing. Like I said, within the kit, you're going to get 500 foam pads that will get you started. So you can just open your box and without really getting any equipment out, you'll be able to have a go at making your first card. You have 16 lovely large envelopes because this kit is been made for you to make 16 big statement cards. So you'll see these are a lovely large envelope and you will have lots and lots of leftovers. So I know that all those crafters out there are going to want to get crafty with all the bits they'll have left. And you'll see what I mean as we go through the kit. So each of the cards is double-sided. And it's already scored for you to fold, and they already come iced for you. They're in lots of different shapes, so you can see here the first card I've got for you is a lovely blue iced card with drip icing on a cake stand. So you'll have two cards like this. We've got 8 designs altogether, so you've got lots and lots in there. There's the other blue. Let me bring in the pink one. So you've got a pink in the same with that beautiful drip icing on the cake stands. Now, if you're a canny crafter, you'll already be thinking to yourself, because we've decorated back and front, you know you're going to be able to chop into this and make more of your kit and take it a lot further, like I said. So, you know, we say the kit makes 16 cards. It does make 16 cards, but there's lots more potential there. So again, these are your layered cakes. They come in 2 colourways. They again are scored to fold. They've got lovely hundreds and thousands on there. They've got lots of butter icing inside, you can see. They are all double-sided. They come in this lovely cream colour. And they also come, if I get the other colour for you, in a gorgeous pale pink as well. So you can see we've tried to include lots of different colourways for you so that you can think about all those people in your family that you'd want to gift these to. We've then got beautiful tiered cakes in rainbow shades. So I'll show you the lighter one first. Again, like I said to you, these are double-sided. You also have the beautiful bright rainbow tiered card as well. Again, you've got that drip icing, you've got the 3 tiers, they're double-sided, so the crafting potential is huge with these. And then we have our final design. So you've got 4 designs and each design comes in 2 colourways. This is a beautiful marble iced, you know, the really tall cakes you get. I know they've got a proper name and I can't think of the name of them. They are nice and tall, and this one's got a beautiful glitter icing on here and a lovely marble effect, and they come in the pink and also in a lovely blue as well, as you can see. So you've got those 2 different colourways in this card. Lots and lots of space for you to add all of your gorgeous embellishments. And you honestly, I couldn't believe when this kit was finally finished, when we finished working on it and it arrived, the number of embellishments you're going to get in this kit is unreal. Okay, so I'm going to do a pick and flick for you and show you just some of the gorgeous embellishment sheets that you get in here. So you'll see on these that you'll have 2 A4 sheets in each design, because you've got 1 whole sheet of embellishment per cake. And when I tell you that you will have absolutely loads left over, I am not kidding. And I have got a couple of things to show you that the design team have been making using up some of those embellishments. So we have cakes and sweets, candles, you've got little sticks to hold up sentiments, you've got lollipops, ice creams, all sorts of things in here. You can see here's the lovely rainbow elements. You can match them to whichever cards you like. You know, there's no rules in craft, you know that. You can just add them in as you wish. You've got lots of lovely blues, you've got chocolates in here, you've got stars, you've got all sorts of gorgeous things. There's donuts and macarons, and just, you will probably need to go and get yourself some 11s when you're using this kit, because it's going to make you feel a little bit hungry. There's just so many beautiful colours, and they all can be added onto the cards in any way you so wish. Really, it is completely down to your creativity where you take this kit. And as you can see by the number of embellishments you're getting, you're going to have absolutely loads left over to add into your crafty stash to give to the children or the grandchildren to have a play with, whatever you want to do. So those are all your embellishment sheets. You've got 16 sheets in total, and they will go and mix in really well with those card blanks. You then have some very large sentiments on here. You've got two sheets. You've got one sheet in silver foil, and you've also got one sheet in gold foil. Okay, and the sentiments will read the same on both. So you've got lots of happy birthday sentiments. You've got special day, you've got make a wish, party time, it's your day, all in those beautiful foil colours, to use either on the cakes or to use with some of the lovely decorated sticks you get on the embellishments to add above the cake. Just like you get, you can get those kind of sparkler toppers that you can get on cakes that you like. They look a bit like that. Obviously, these, do not use a naked flame on these. Right, so here's some of the beautiful cards that you can make with this kit. And you can see here is the pastel rainbow cake card. And it's got so many beautiful embellishments on here. The ice creams, the cupcakes. There's even little flumps in here. There's florals, candles on the top. And of course, there are candles throughout the kit, so you can add more or less from each of the sheets should you wish to match the number of whoever you're sending the card to. Here's a lovely card, one of the cards that's on the cake stand in blue. You've got those lovely gold stars. We've got chocolate here, so we've got the white and the milk chocolate. We've got donuts, all of the little icing pieces to go across should you so wish. I love this one with the cake pops. So you can see here the cake pops at the top. They make a lovely sort of statement to the top of that card. And it might be that you want to put the sentiment on the inside of the card. You've got, what I really love about these cards is that they're so large that if you are sending a card for, say, somebody at the office or work, or you've got a large family, there's space for everybody to sign inside. So you can make those for groups of people as well as just for individuals. Maybe they've got a special birthday, and you've got some stamps or dies to be able to put numbers and things on these. This is that beautiful bright rainbow. You can see all of the beautiful embellishments in here. There's some lovely sort of candy sticks in here as well. And then I'm going to bring this one in, this lovely sort of opera style cake that's got the happy birthday sign above, and you can see on some of those decorated sticks that you get in the kit. So you can build those up and make that sort of stand out at the top rather than placing them onto the cake should you so wish. There's another one here, and this is a beautiful floral, and this says happy birthday, but it could be for Mother's Day, it could be for a christening or a wedding, it could be for anything, any sort of celebration that you so wish. And you'll see that the mixture of embellishments within this card kit means that you can pick and choose what you want to add on to fit the occasion for which you're sending them. And then we've finally got these two marble sort of finished cards that give you lots and lots of space. They definitely allow you to add in that sentiment onto the cake. Give you plenty of space for that. So we've got that one in the pink and then also in the blue. The kit will make 16 cards in total, but as I said, you will see there's lots of embellishments left. So I'm going to show you a couple of things that our design team have made with some of the leftover cakes from this kit, cakes and sweets and things. So this one here, I'm going to make sure I get it properly on screen. It was made by our lovely Lorianne, and it's an exploding box card, and you can see it's got that cake on the top, and then she's used some of the toppers that were left all the way around the edge. But when I open the lid, It's an exploding card, so each of the layers has all of the little embellishments on to create a really fun and different sort of card slash gift. You could even, when it's hollow in the middle, so you can put a little gift inside, maybe some jewellery, maybe some sweets. So it's a lovely little surprise. And that's just been made with some of the leftover toppers. Or you can go really simple and just use some of the toppers in your card making with your paper stash, and just add in some pattern papers onto a card blank and make lots and lots of little gift cards and tags and things like that for all your friends and family as well. So I've taken some of the pieces that I want from the kit. So I've got myself the pastel three-tiered rainbow card. I've got one of the envelopes, and I'll tell you why I've taken that out already in a moment. I've got some of the foam pads to get me started. And I've also got one of the embellishment sheets, the one that I'm going to use with this card. So this is the same sort of pastel tones. What I love about all of these are die cut really, really well. They will pop out, no problem at all. So you can just take out the pieces that you need to make your cake. So I'm going to take out some candles and some of these marshmallows and sweets and ice creams and florals, and they will just pop out, and you can see how easily they just pop out of these sheets. They've got beautiful gold foiling on the embellishments, and they've also got some of those decorated sticks that I was talking to you about earlier that are there for you to chop and use to add those large foiled sentiments in, should you so wish. Okay, so I'm going to put that to the side for 1 minute. Because here's some I've made earlier. I've already got the pieces that I wanted for my card. Okay, now this is my top tip for you with this kit, because these are lovely large cards with really big envelopes, and we've made the envelopes big enough so that you can add in the embellishments you want. You can, of course, go oversized, but you'll need to then get a larger envelope. If you want to go higher, then you can. But if you make your card on top of the envelope, you will be able to see that it will fit inside when it's finished. So that's my top tip. So I'm going to make my card using the envelope as a sort of almost like a stand. Okay, I've got lots and lots of bits. I'm going to place them around the edge so that I can see what I've got. I just find this easier for me to see what I've got, see what I want to use, and then I will show you just how simply these come together. I've got my candles, I've got lots of florals, I've chosen all the bits and pieces that I need. I've got some little hearts, and I've got my foam pads to help me. I'm also going to bring in my trusty premium glue, which I keep in a Ziploc bag in a wet wipe. So hopefully, there we go, it works. It works because some of these are going to be flat. Okay. I've also got my little foam pad, so I am going to add this extra glue in. This is available on our website. Our Craft Buddy premium glue is available on the website should you need some. It's a quick grab glue for some of the bits and pieces that are going in flat. So I'm going to put my ice cream on flat, and I'm going to start off over here and start building my card. Okay. It may be also that you're using your little foam pads. They will just sit on the back. You don't need to cover the whole piece with foam pads. So you just are using enough to give that some depth and hold that in place. They will just peel off and stick onto your embellishments where you need them. Okay, so I'm going to put this one just coming over here. Give that a little bit of height. I'm also going to put a matching one, so I could decoupage that up if I wanted another layer, but I'm going to use this on the other side in a slightly different way. I know this is going to hang over the edge, so I'm going to not put glue everywhere and just put these florals over here. I've got my little donut here, which I'm going to sit underneath, just here, and then also I'm just going to move that a little minute. They won't stick straight away, so that's good. I'm going to put my macarons next to my roses. You know, when you've got a picture in your head, you've got an idea. So I'm going to put this one just in here. That's it. And then I'm going to add in my donut over the top. And so what I've got now is that ice cream sitting behind. So I'm kind of building myself a little, almost like a little picture. I'm going to add in, let's see, my little heart as well next to those roses. And also I've got, if I put that on, my little bit of blue icing. So there's all sorts of different embellishments that you can use to build up a sort of little picture for yourself, really. So that's got that little heart biscuits going in there. Okay, I'm going to add in a little flump. So you can choose whether you are adding them in 3D or you're adding them in flat to the card, just like I am. And what it does is it brings some things to the front and leaves some things behind. I'm going to then use my cupcake, start doing my second layer. And what I love about these 3-tiered cakes, and which is why I wanted to show you using one of these, is that you've got 3 different layers to build up to the top of the cake. It could be that you decide you want to use one of the floral embellishment sheets, and in that way make this cake into more of a sort of wedding type cake. There's so many different ways of using these, and just dependent on the occasion that you're making for, really. I've got some lovely sweets in here, so we'll add that in. And then I'm going to start on the top layer. I'm going to use another ice cream, I think. There's a smaller one that's going to go on my top layer. Just have that poking out here. Okay, and I've got another little cupcake, so this will sort of balance those layers out with the foam pads. So I'll put you there. I'm going to put another flower in. So I'm just going to add some foam pads into that one. So you just can see they just pop off, pop them on, and we'll add in that flower with a bit more dimension, bring it above and in front of the ice cream. So just as a jaunty angle like that. I'm going to add a smaller donut in as well to the top, because it's kind of following through then on the layers and bringing them together. So I'll pop you here, there. So you can see I've got lots and lots of gorgeous embellishments in here. I'm going to also add in some little hearts as singles. So we'll add these down the cake. So have one here, and then a third one down here. Now the reason, like I said, I'm building this on this envelope is because I want to add in my candles, and I want to make sure that where I'm placing them I can still get my card in my envelope. So I'm going to bring my scissors in. I'm going to round off the bottom of that a little bit, and this is what I like. This is because we've got all this craftability, so you can add these in however you wish. So I'm going to pop one here, and that now fits perfectly, so I can get this into my envelope. Even though it's a lovely big card, I can fit this in really nicely just by making sure that I'm popping this onto the envelope to make the card. So just snip off and round off the end of the candle. And if I wanted to, I could use some of the icing across the top. I could use one of the birthday signs. I've got some extras that I haven't used there. There's all sorts of things you can do with that, but you can see that that will now comfortably fit inside my envelope. So we'll pop that in. I'll be very careful not to move those candles because they've still got wet glue on them. But that will now pop in the envelope, ready for sending. And we are good to go. So that is your beautiful celebration cakes card kit. You can see just by adding in those embellishments, using the foam pads, I added in a little tiny bit of glue. That's the only thing I've used that's extra. you can create really gorgeous statement pieces. You've got so much space inside to write, to use your stamps to add sentiments in. There's lots and lots of craftability there. So I hope you have really good fun with it. So links for this kit and everything that I've used today will be in the bio. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Have a lovely day now.